Beautiful soul tribe, we're going to be seeing what needs to come through for you today. We have trees. Pull a card from here as well. Whoa. So we have trees and we have wildfire / reset. The trees in the forest are going to have a wildfire. No, just metaphorically. But yeah, no, the trees, this gives me the vibe of you laying down and looking up at the trees. It's a very like drawn out type of perspective. It's kind of nostalgic as well. I pick up like this nostalgia, and I pick up like this warmth and like connecting to your soul self. And it's like you have this moment of realigning, reconnecting to your soul self, and you know what that feels like. And then it's like, yeah, so say you go out to like a forest, or you're in nature, or you have like this moment. It doesn't have to be outside, but you have this moment even in like meditation or reflection, or you know, you go to the beach, or you go to, like I said, you go somewhere, and it's something that triggers this reconnection to your internal self, and this feeling of it too, this feeling of what you are on the inside. And then it's like coming out of that and going back into our lives, and it's almost as if it's making more prominent what isn't resonating with our soul. And we connect to that feeling of our soul's inner self. It feels very free from the chains, free from the burdens, like we can just let go and be. And then sometimes we get reminded again of situations, and they arise energy within us that actually doesn't align with that feeling that we were tapping into. It kind of pulls us away from that feeling, and maybe it's because these situations are causing some stress or overwhelm, or maybe they just do not align with you, or they're making you feel trapped, you know. Or then maybe they're making you feel quite pressured, and it's like your soul was just wanting to be free and have less pressure, and just really be at that connected wholeness of existing and just being, and not taking life so seriously. But then it's like there's something that's weighing on your mind that's like making you, you know, it's like forcing you to think about things. This could be a home situation, this can be a community, this can be, you know, someone that you live with, or like the way that your living situation is, right? Maybe there's something about the way your living situation is that you don't feel like you can fully just relax, let go, be calm, you know, reset, refill. Like maybe there's some things going on there that are causing a bit of a disruption, or just it's just change. Maybe there's some change going on that are rippling the waters. We do have wildfire reset, so it's almost as if, you know, things around us right now are catching fire. Is that out of Hunger Games? The catching fire? I don't know, I feel like they're, even if it's not, I feel like they're wanting me to bring it up and say that you were like this Katniss Everdeen. Okay, like your mind works differently. You know, when she's in the forest, when she's in the woods, the way that she looks about things, the way she goes about things, you know, she's seeing the world through a different perspective to those who are around her. Yeah, so that has something to do with this message, because there is a reset. Even if this is like an internal mental reset, like the fire is burning and purging and cleansing away, all that does not make you feel aligned and free. I also get like flashbacks of past lives, or something about your dreams. It's like universe is showing is showing you this feeling of freeness, this feeling of wholeness, and, you know, calm, so that we can always remember that feeling. So, you know, we know how to get back to it. And it's like we can't get to something if we don't know how it feels. So universe has been showing us this connected feeling at points, this feeling of what feels good. You know, maybe it's just certain things you're doing that you feel good, and then you go to do something else and it doesn't. It's like universe is showing us what feels good to us, and how we want to live our life, the community that we want to be in, the situation we want to live in, right? And maybe they've been showing us by showing us a feeling of wholeness, and then maybe applying pressure, applying resistance on places that do not serve us, you know? You know, you could be feeling really calm. I'm getting this thing of like someone feeling very calm, and then they're like coming into a home, or they're going, or it's just something happens that just causes like irritation or resistance, and it's like, why? Because it's like, I'm just getting this energy of someone who's trying very hard to, yeah, keep on top of their energy, their mental state, and keep this positive outlook and keep that connection to self. It's like, yeah, you don't want to lose that connection to self, but I feel like spirit is purposely drawing us away from that connection to self to show us what doesn't feel like us, what doesn't feel resonant with our lives, our routine, our place, like our structure, our foundations, and the things that we're being shown, that we're feeling like, actually, you know what, this is causing me stress, this is causing me pressure, resistance. I feel like that's universe just showing you how they're making you feel, because they are setting things in motion to change. If we think about a wildfire, this is, you know, a wildfire. It's not you starting the fire, it's not you purging your life, it's sent from spirit. So this tells me that there's going to be some types of divine intervention that create quite a big change, and it's not in our hands. Nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be scared of, because all it is doing is clearing out the places where we've already acknowledged aren't making us feel aligned, aren't making us feel, you know, at one, at peace, are causing mental stress, mental busyness. You know, this could even be money, or receiving something, or this could be someone that you're dealing with, like not treating you fairly, or let me get some clarification, because Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving. It's also about generosity. Maybe it's like some of you are very generous in your community, but maybe there's someone that you've been being very generous with that actually isn't giving you the same energy back, and it's like, you know, that's not aligning with you. Or it's this feeling of, maybe this feeling of doing things out of guilt, or like because you feel like you have to. That's what's clearing out. Anything you feel like you have to and you don't enjoy, and you know, it's actually just because you feel obligated to, out of like a guilt or your own internal matrix, like that's what's being cleared out, that's what's being burned away. And there is going to be this intense moment for a brief hot second where we feel like we're the ones in place of taking control of these reins, of taking charge, of taking these actions, of cutting these things out, or you know, because it feels very trapping when you feel like you have to do something even if you don't want to. It's like, it's just this internal, just, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's unhappy, it's draining, but I have to just do it anyway. And it's like spirit's clearing that, it's getting gone. With the Queen of Cups, I feel like you're going to really be honoring your emotional self. And it's like, yeah, you really give, you're very generous, but you're defining who you're giving to now, who you're generous with. Maybe those feelings of guilt, or that feeling of like necessity, is going to start to dissipate. Yeah, like maybe it had actually been a heightened energy from spirit internally to show you, like, look, like this makes you feel bound because it's not in your power, because it's not something you feel is a choice, it's something you feel obligated to. What could this be though? This could be a specific person. This could be putting your dreams and wishes aside because you feel like you're obligated to do other things, more important things, or you know, you have responsibilities, or maybe you put it to the side to help somebody else, or you know, maybe some of you have kids and that's a completely different story. Obviously that's not changing, but like maybe you'll get help, or you know, the dynamics of balance will change within your situation. But I feel like, yes, that maybe some of you have put like a dream to the side for a second to focus on other things. Maybe it's the job that you're currently at, maybe there's like a person or a family situation or something that's calling for your attention, and it's kind of like you're giving, you're putting out their intention. I just get this energy of just a bit tiredness, you know, of like, I've been giving, doing. You do so much for those around you, you guys. Yeah, look, you are the star, you are the healer, you do so much for those around you, and you really are a special soul, a special spirit with the star. This is like you stand out from the crowd. You have star potential, healing energy, Aquarius energy to be a leader and stand out from the crowd. You know, even if that's just the way that you will inspire people, like you inspire people. There's something so creative about you, whether it's just the way that you dress, your appreciation for art, your aesthetics, or your knowledge as well. You pour knowledge out. Yeah, so some of you could be pouring knowledge out to somebody who is not receiving this, or maybe you feel like you've been pouring knowledge out in a business place or a work setting, or pouring knowledge through the work that you do or the products you make, and maybe you feel like you know, it's not a waste of time, but it's kind of coming through in that way, because maybe it's not like appreciated or seen to the level you want. It's like we've got the Fool coming out now with the Tower bottom deck, which is showing you this new beginning, showing you this leap of faith. I really feel like there's going to be a lot of funny energy take over you that is unexpected, that causes you to make change, or that spirit is making that change for you. Yeah, with the Tower, oh, that's exactly the energy we were on about. The Tower is like when the rug can be pulled beneath our feet, you know, but as I said, it's the rug being pulled beneath our feet for these areas that do not make us feel lit up. And I think we're going to be glad to see them go, but maybe it's just hard, you know, because some of you, these are things that we have attachments to. Like this can be a relationship for some of you, or this can be a friendship or a family, but like, you know, this is what I mean. This is a situation where you feel like you don't maybe feel strong enough to reset it all by yourself. Like maybe you feel like you've got yourself in routines or situations that, you know, it needs just a wildfire to burn it away, because maybe you don't feel like you can. Like maybe you don't feel like you can get rid of these things because of what they are. Like maybe they are significant connections or things that you're just very emotionally tied to, or maybe you're tied to not letting somebody down as well. So but yeah, with the Tower, this is like big epiphany, big realization, big change. We've got the Six of Cups coming out now as well. Yeah, so this could be you're really going inward from situations in the past. This could be somebody that's come back around from the past. This could be someone that you consider to be a soulmate connection, or this could even just be saying about how it's our inner child energy that's being lit up by these situations. Yeah, definitely. For some reason, these situations that we are in, that you feel like maybe aren't really aligning with you anymore. Maybe they're running cycles from childhood, is what this Six of Cups is saying. And yeah, really funny actually, because before this reading I was thinking about this analogy I was writing about with the jumper and the string, and how, you know, a loose bit of string comes out of the jumper, and the jumper is, you know, we are the string. The jumper is what we've been formed and conditioned to be in, and what we've created. But we have a lot more use as a piece of string, a lot more potential than a jumper that is, yes, it's a jumper, but it's only a jumper. It can only live within its limitations. But you are string, and maybe you feel like your life's been woven into a jumper, and you're like, yeah, this jumper's great, but I want the string, I want the potential, I want the freedom to be anything I want to be, to, you know, to do what I want to do, to recreate your life woven yourself. And it's like the more we pull this string, the more we unravel what has been conditioned, what has been built up within the mind to become that string again. But it's actually quite scary in the unraveling, because we're like, what are we doing? The jumper's being ruined, we're just going to be string. But string is so much more valuable, you know, because once you unravel that jumper with the string, you're watching how it's weaved, and you can weave it again if you want it into a jumper, or you can weave it into anything you want to be. The point is that we're getting rid of program conditioning from a young age and early years, because there are cycles that are running repeat in different situations, different faces, and different people that trigger up the same emotion within us since childhood, you know. I get that you guys are very like sensitive to energy. Maybe in childhood, you know, maybe you had this fear of letting people down, or, you know, not doing your best. Like maybe you feel like you're not doing your best in a certain situation when it comes to, yeah, maybe you feel like you're not doing the best with dealing with what you have. And I get that it's like Some of you feel like you're not dealing properly with the circumstance that you're in. Maybe it's like responsibility, routine, like the busyness of your schedule. Maybe you feel like it gets a bit overwhelming sometimes, and Spirit's like, no, you are dealing with it fine. It's just that, you know, you're a sensitive soul to energy. You're a sensitive soul in general, and that does not mean weak at all, okay? That just means that you feel very deeply, okay? And there's days when you feel completely different to other days, and nothing has to have had to change. And I'm just getting, there's a lot of heavy waves of energy coming over recently, and maybe it's been knocking your schedule or the way that you feel about your life, and it's like you can't quite put your finger on it. It's like there's a lot of hidden energies being arisen within us, and I do think it's collectively, but again, this might be linked to childhood again. Yeah, might be linked to childhood. It might be what's being brought up and being shown, and it's almost as if we're being shown and reflected back what has been carried over that we have not seen, you know, that it wasn't the time to see it be carried over, but now Spirit's putting a mirror there. Yeah, this is a mirror. So you could be meeting somebody who's mirroring, yeah, you could be meeting somebody, this could be a soul tribe, a soulmate, a soul connection that is mirroring maybe some of the energies you hold that have been carried over from childhood specifically. So this could be somebody who you can have a bit of fun with and set your inner child free. You could go into nature. Maybe there's someone who appreciates nature as well. They have the same internal mindset as you. And it's almost as if they're going to be a reflection to show you yeah, what it is, because I feel like they're in a similar situation. If not, it's just that you do this for other people as well, because I feel like you're someone who is connected and surrounded, you know, by soul tribe, even if it's not a whole bunch of people, even if it's like partnerships, relationships, family members, friends. So I'm going to use a different deck. I'm going to pull a card out for you guys. Yeah, it feels like a mirror, like we can see so clearly in other people. But it's hard to recognize that sometimes in ourselves. When we see it in someone else, we think it's just someone else. But no, we all mirror each other. If we're seeing someone, if we're around someone, they've met us on that touch point for a reason. They are mirroring something. Okay, we have the Page of Cups reversed. To me, that's just inner child. That's soft, sweet energy of innocence, and you know, with the, yeah. So we have the Chariot reversed with the Four of Cups. Maybe this is like a replacing of connections, like losing to gain. Maybe this is someone that's not in your life right now. Maybe there's someone who's been in and out of your life. Because if they're triggering childhood, this could be someone who actually does trigger you. They like trigger strong, intense emotions within you. So this could be a love connection. It's like they trigger past wounding. If not, this is just a very healing way that you can relate with someone through the funness of your inner child. Like, get that you guys inside, you are this very bubbly, light-hearted, generous, caring, understanding, just person, just full of life. And maybe you just feel like that part has just been trapped inside of you recently by things just piling up, by things that you wanted just not taking movement forward, by universe throwing challenge after challenge, you know, by having this feeling you can't quite put your finger on, that just it doesn't feel right. Like something doesn't feel right about, you know, emotionally, something just doesn't, it's like we just don't feel all that great you know, we're not supposed to feel great every day, of course, anyway, but it's like this is different recently. It's different recently. It's like, what's gonna happen? Because it just, maybe some of you feel like you do need change, and maybe some of you have literally asked universe to help you bring some change, to move you forward in a certain situation or with a certain connection. But yeah, it feels like this Page of Cups is being very protected, and it's just, I don't know, it feels kind of sad to me. It feels kind of deflated by just maybe life in general. I mean, we have been going through Aries season. Aries season is just so intense. It's so intense. I mean, obviously it affects everyone differently, but no, I think it's very I think Aries season is quite intense. Yeah, so because of that, I feel like it's been triggering emotions within us that have been wanting us to reconnect to that Page of Cups energy, to that freedom energy, the Fool card energy, the, you know, seeking, exploring, new, life, alive. That's what Aries season has been bringing us, is the energy of frustration to want to move forward. You know, the energy of wanting to be free and spontaneous. And it's been just showing us, yeah, like I said, parts of our lives that maybe we want to release, or maybe we feel like aren't fulfilling us anymore like they used to. Yeah, so reforming that connection back to that inner child and pure, light-hearted, free self. So we'll pull one last card and then end this reading here. Yeah, so we've got the Hermit reversed, we've got the Nine of Swords reversed, and the Emperor reversed. Yeah, so it could be someone around you, actually. If you can't quite put your finger on it too, it's like there's somebody around you, or not even around you, that you're in separation with. This Emperor figure could be a father, could be a romantic connection, could even be a friend for some of you. But whoever this is, it's like very deep, because you've been picking up on their emotions, you've been picking up on their energy. With the Nine of Swords reversed here and the Hermit reversed, it's like very dark, very isolated. Someone feels quite alone. I feel like you guys are very empathic and intuitive. Yeah, literally High Priestess bottom deck energy. I feel like you've been picking up actually a lot of energy from people that isn't yours. Maybe it is people that are in your house, yeah, who are in your community. You're an empath. Yeah, you're an empath. So maybe this is people in your community, people in your house. So you can't quite put your finger on it. Maybe you're like, I never feel like this, but no, you've been feeling certain types, or you've been heightened recently to absorbing these types of energies. I feel like it's always happened to you. You've always been this empathic type of person, but I feel like throughout the years you have built up more of a solid protective guard, more of a solid guard to deflecting these energies and absorbing what is not yours. But maybe recently it just feels like, no, you have been, because it's very strong. Like, yes, maybe it's because it's been more intense recently for those around you, some people around you. This could be a partner, this could be a father, this could be someone that you're in separation with, and they really have been stressing, and I feel like you've been picking up on that energy. It can be very confusing when you're empathic, because sometimes it can be hard to differentiate, you know, is this feeling coming from me, or is this coming from somebody else, you know? But I just get this energy of wanting to be isolated, though, not wanting to let anybody in, just wanting to be alone. This could even be you for some of you, because you could be mirroring a type of energy that somebody else has right now, you know? It could just feel quite empty at points, I get, or quite frustrated, then defeated, then, I don't know. But anyway, we'll move out of this energy. Yeah, with the Four of Wands reversed. Yeah, this could be about home, yeah. Temperance and the Knight of Wands. I feel like something really fun is going to happen soon. Maybe like a celebration, or yeah, it's like universe is literally bringing you a really beautiful blessing because of everything you've been going through. Okay, it's all happening for a reason, but at the same time, it doesn't make it easier sometimes, you know, going through the lessons. And I feel like Spirit's literally going to bring you a time of like celebration, letting go, being free. Maybe you'll be meeting up with friends. Maybe you'll be, yeah, it's like this feeling of arriving home again, you know? Arriving to that feeling of you again. Yeah, so these energies are going to clear out, and you're going to arrive at that feeling of feeling like you again. And when you do, you're going to be like, whoa, I'm moving forward, I'm taking action, yeah, you could be getting inspiration. It's something, you're getting a lot of fire energy that lights you up. Even if it's, yeah, it's just like little things. Even if it's just like you buy a little thing, or you start a new hobby, and even if you don't carry it on, it's just like it brought you happiness for that time. Or like you go out to do a certain one-off event or something. Yeah, you could be getting an invitation. You could be finding out things that you could feel like something's been culminating recently. Maybe this is to do with a person. Maybe this is to do with just a feeling that you feel like something's coming. This is confirmation it is from your intuition. If you felt like, oh, I just feel like something's going to happen soon. You know, Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands reversed. Yeah, so this is really standing in your inner power. I feel like there's this energy of attachment coming through, but maybe just protectiveness of what you have created for yourself internally. This could be you being very protective over, you know, the connections that you've made. If someone comes along and, you know, they're trying to knock you out of your place of power by things that they're saying or judgments they're giving you, you know, it's like you're protecting your relationship, or you're protecting your finances or your money or anything like that. We have Four of Cups coming out again, so we have Four of Cups coming out twice. Yeah, this is like you're literally being brought something by the universe just when you start to feel very just like empty for some reason or unfulfilled. You're being brought something that's going to light you up. What is being brought that's going to light you up? The Empress and the Devil. What's being brought that's going to light you up is pure love, pure abundance, pure feelings of comfort and clarity and healing is going to arise for you. Knowledge, information, you're attracting. Yeah, you're attracting. You're breaking off the burdens of the chains of this Devil card energy, overcoming mental obstacles. You are someone who can navigate the mind. I feel like you are getting a lot of divine Empress energy come in. Maybe this is from a person around you who really cares about you, or maybe this is from yourself, but either way, it seems to feel like it's breaking these chains, so to speak. It feels like it's breaking these chains for you to just feel really free, feel really in your power, really in your place. Like Empress energy, wow, that's very significant. This could be to do with business for you or something. But also we have the Emperor and the Empress. The Emperor did come out reversed. So yeah, maybe there's something going on that you've been picking up with a certain personal connection, like I said. But yeah, just look out for this good energy coming in. Obviously the negative is for a reason. Like there's nothing wrong. Like it's a part of life, you know what I mean? Like all energy is energy. All energy is consciousness. All energy is there for a reason. But I get it, and spirit gets it, that it's not nice to be in all the time, you know. So the wheel is turning. Maybe you feel like you've been at a lower end of the wheel and it's turning back around. So don't worry, you guys, good things to come. Hopefully this resonated. If this was your reading and this managed to find you, then beautiful. And if it wasn't your reading, you're probably not here watching this point anyway. But yeah, anyway, right, I love you guys. I'll speak to you all soon, and yeah, have a good day, or have a day.